The main roads are pretty clear, but those connecting streets that actually get you to those main roads, well, lots of them remain flooded or washed out. After several arguments from attorneys, 38-year-old Kenneth Williams was pronounced dead at 11:05 last night. I don't know about you, Chris and Jennifer, but I am not going to be deep frying my turkey. I can barely use my oven, so I'm pretty sure that is out for me. I've decided to abandon the mystery gang in search of some Ninja Turtles. I've got my turtle shell on right now. It's just one of many last-minute costumes you can throw together yourself. Rogers City Council making some changes to its panhandling ordinance, no longer requiring permits to solicit money. It used to be part of Goodman Elementary here in Goodman, Missouri. We're just about 25 miles north of the state line. Farmington High School's cheer and dance team have a very special presentation for us this morning. Chris, Jen, I told you we were going to get some school spirit out here, so ladies, take it away. Residents are waking up. They need to figure out, just what comes next. Lots and lots of damage around here in the area. Police were responding to that shots fired call. Once we got here on scene, it's turned into quite a bit more. Well, thank you so much for talking to me this morning, Casey. Oh, it was really great getting to meet you. Well, we'll go ahead and send it back to you, Shannon. Can you shove me? All right, I'm getting down, Chris.
All right, here we go.
It's one of the motorized rides out here at Parsons Stadium. I have to tell you guys, I am so afraid of heights.
Oh my God.
And it was
Here
so great.
Here it goes. And kids, it's over with.
And we have some whips going on here. That's because we've got some trick ropes and whips going on this morning. Well, right now, it's the calm before the storm. Thousands of motorcycles making their way up here to Northwest Arkansas. And you can actually see over here, we've already got the setup in the works. And here we have one now. Hi.
And just kind of taking some time to smile and laugh and enjoy, what's around you.
Now, I know the class that you guys are doing here for Goat Yoga, it's actually sold out, but you guys are letting some people still kind of observe what's going on. Is that exciting to know that many people want to kind of get in on the Goat Yoga?
Well, like I said, it's a new experience for us all here in Benton County, and just all the enjoyment, all of the spectatorship that comes along with something so new and something so cool. It's a pleasure to be a part of.
Up to the chin. Back down.
Bringing back childhood dreams of being a swashbuckling pirate or a Jedi in a far-off galaxy.
After a year or two, my brother, when we were kids growing up, he would stop having fake lightsaber fights with me because he wasn't able to ever win them anymore.
Fencing also happens to be an Olympic sport dating back thousands of years.
The sword fighting aspect was there. But then it was also quickly became a very, very challenging physically and mentally. So you had to, not only did you have to, know what the right choice to do was, then you had to have the skills to actually be able to execute that.
So, like Coach Bobby Cottom once did, I decided to give fencing a try.
You're going to extend your arm first and then step.
And discovered it's harder than it looks.
It's one of the few sports you are constantly in a squat position, and you have to be moving back from there, doing lunge. You'll do, in a single bout, you can do 50 lunges easily.
Just like Cottom, I started my training with Adrian Kolchiska, a former fencing Olympian.
Extension. One. Beautiful. You got this one?
That's good.
Perfect. One more time.
Cottom may be in Northwest Arkansas now, but in 4 years you may see him in Tokyo, Japan at the 2020 Olympics.
I've been on the International and World Cup circuit a few times, had to take breaks for pursuing school and career, but if everything can line up, I would love to get back up to that level and on that path again.
The haunted house started in 1994, and it was an idea from a couple of people, and we did it in the gymnasium, and actually turned a profit.
For the last 23 years, generating scares has been a big part of Jason Moreland's life.
It's grown into the largest fundraiser for the Fort Smith Boys and Girls Club.
But all that changes after this year.
We gave them about 18 months notice, and we asked them, if they would, please clear their things out by May of 2018.
The Fort Chaffee Redevelopment Authority is selling off the warehouses the haunted house calls home.
In the last 2 years or so, we have had a lot of interest from investors and developers wanting to buy these warehouses, and we felt like it was time.
With the Boys and Girls Club's lease ending, time is running out to find a new space.
It's 27,000 square feet, and, for us to get a rent cheap enough that would make it worth our while to still have a fundraiser, that's the question. That's the hard thing.
The organization pays a reduced rate of $1,500 a year at Chaffee Crossing, unless they find another location with a similar price. This could be the end of the haunted house.
We do have a couple of people that have shown interest in buying certain pieces and or buying the entire inventory.
But Moreland says he hopes they're able to scare up a new space before it comes to that.
We teach them just the basic signs. We don't expect them to be fluent in ASL.
For Alana Rodriguez, partnering with the Bentonville Police Department is the first part of a major plan.
In the beginning, before they were terrified. They were not sure how they're going to communicate with the police, and often they had expressed their concern, and they pretty much want you to stay home.
With more than 8,000 deaf people in Arkansas, the pair is teaming up, teaching officers how to interact with deaf drivers.
Why didn't we come up with something like this sooner? It was, we had the goals, we knew what we wanted to do, and then once we started brainstorming, we came up with this process.
Drivers show this piece of paper letting officers know they're deaf. A visual menu on the back simplifies communication for everything from violations to getting help.
A lot of times they come to the car on the driver's side and they're not aware that if they have a flashlight and they can blind a deaf person, and it could take time for a deaf person's vision to get back to normal after they let them know that they're deaf.
It's not only about making the driver feel less anxious. Page says letting the officer know why a driver is not responding to verbal cues makes the situation safer for everyone involved.
Once we've identified that it's a deaf driver, then we can move forward with the best way to communicate to not only keep it safe for everybody, but also speed up the process and get this person back on the road quicker.
Rodriguez says she's already receiving positive feedback about the project, but her work is far from over.
Our next project will be in contact with the firemen and the EMT.